Okay. Hi guys, I'm Valentina, ValentinaPetrovaConsulting.com, and this is my friend Nicola. We become friends over the years, and she was part of my Thrive group. I had a Mastermind-like group last year before I ended up in a house project, and I'm considering reopening that group again for others because she is a good example of what happens when you get involved in that group. And I will let her talk about it. So let's see. You were considering what? What brought you to the group?
Well, I was considering what do I want to do with my life? So the journey was what is my purpose? And then Val kind of helped me to narrow down where my focus should be and what best serves me. And so, was it the second meeting or the first meeting?
Yeah, first or second meeting.
Yeah, so we got talking about, our interests and what we see ourselves doing or what we like to spend our time doing. And I like art, so I would make a lot of art. I must have taken an associate's in just classes of making stuff. And so Val was like, well, you have a portfolio already. And I'm like, no, I don't. It's not representative of me. And I don't want to show that to the world saying it's me. But she encouraged me to put the portfolio together, get everything ready, and send in the application. And I thought, why not? At the time I was going through a breakup, so it was great time for a new start. And I sent them in, and I got 3 places that accepted me for their program.
So that's a master's degree. So she was going for a master's in art.
Yeah. So it was oh, okay. So now I have to do this. But I think when you start on the journey of looking for something that you want to spend your time doing, something that for me, I'm doing it not getting paid, and that's what I love to do, it kind of reveals itself to be the thing that is for you. And for me, circling back around to going to school for art is something that I did when I was in high school, but this was discouraged during my bachelor's. So here we are back at square one doing art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a good example of what happens when you have a support group and people who reflect on you, reflect back to you your own thoughts and your ideas, because the outsiders see things differently. And me as a coach, and psychologist working as a coach, I'm trained to see where people are uncertain about themselves, but yet they have a lot of talent and a lot of potential. So I like pointing those things out. And Nicola is a great artist. Over the years, I've seen all the pieces. She had turned their old house into an art installation. There were things everywhere on the walls and paintings and sculptures. And then she got these mushrooms, and then she put them on the wall, and then wanted the lights in a certain way. So depending on which way the lights shine, this mushroom installation looked like a different thing. So I'm like, you're an artist. You can't, this is where you are. You can't deny that you're an artist. And if you're not living as an artist, you're gonna be miserable. You're not no matter how much money you make, no matter where you live. Here you are in awesome Morro Bay, California, whatever. It's not gonna cut it, because if you're not living what you're meant to live, what you're here to give, you're gonna suffer. So she's a great example. So she took it seriously, and every time she showed up at the meetings, and she's like, okay, what do I do next? and so, all right, she got the right people to get pictures of her pieces to make the portfolio, and then she had to learn how to write the statements for the school.
That was challenging. That took me 2 weeks of being locked away in the house to dig deep to get all of that out of me on paper.
And for the art school, every school has their own different requirements. So she did, and she got accepted in 3 different places.
Yeah.
And you went and visited?
I went and visited all 3 and decided that it was going to be between 2. So I had also applied to Columbia, but I didn't get into Columbia. So it was between LA and Columbia in the final 2. And one of my art mentors said, I think you should go to LA. LA's art scene, and that's where you should be. So it was either between LA and New York.
So let's see, how's it now? Now that you've been in the program for a year?
Now that I've been in the program for a year, I feel like they're not doing anything different than I've always been doing.
Oh, that's good.
It's I needed to get a piece of paper to say this. So that was a realization. I realized that it's more network, like any other industry. You think, okay, you can just be an artist and do what you want, but it's all about networking. Everything is a business, and you get to apply your business skills in art and network your way through it. But I feel that this is a spiritual process of self-recognition and self-discovery is what I feel this journey is.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, and so...
And you get to be among way more advanced, experienced artists down there than you would be up here, probably.
Yeah.
Like more your tribe.
Yeah, because it's such a small community up here. They don't have
the resources.
Exactly. Maybe. Or the museums of that nature. Or the crits to really tell you, like, to give you information you don't want to hear. Oh, you need to do this. And you're like, oh, okay. But so it's a well-rounded experience. And, I always think going to school is loving yourself. It's really about just spending some time to get to know what you like and who you are.
So that's us, Nicola and me, a success story of a person who started not sure, little discombobulated, I guess, just trying to go day by day. And now she's on a mission. And something that I think it's absolutely amazing is she got involved. You want to tell them about what happened there? And
there was... So one of the first pieces, like, it was quite an introduction to the university. University's California State Long Beach. So there was a artist who did a piece about anti-white supremacy. Her name is Lauren Woods, and she's out of Texas. And basically, it became so controversial that she paused the monument that she created of 25 victims of police violence. And I did a performance piece in response as an interventionist piece to that monument being paused. And it got written up in the Long Beach Post. I think it was the Hyperallergic, magazine. And it's like this, sometimes when you are aligned with what you're supposed to be doing, I feel like the doors open up and the people show up. And that would be true with what's going on now.
And when you're working from a place of passion and real concern and care, people notice you and they gravitate your way, and you're speaking to their concerns and their care. So she ended up in a video too when you had your black outfit.
Yeah.
And
so that was the performance piece. It's on YouTube as Human Freedom of Speech Wall. So I'm dressed in black and I have those words, Human Freedom of Speech Wall, written on me, and I invite the audience to come and write on me, kind of like inspiration from Yoko Ono's cut piece. So they're invited to write on me kind of like they would on a freedom of speech wall and share their feelings and expression about gun violence and police brutality and white supremacy and anti-white supremacy and privilege and all of these other things. But I feel that art is a way to open up different ways of seeing and feeling, and that's my journey.
And also expressing.
Yeah.
So instead of people being vocal necessarily, they can express themselves maybe even more accurately and more fulfillingly because they're creating something.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes you can't find the words, but you can make something or write something, or like Val's great with writing. So
or people with music, you know, it's like, and it touches many others without causing contradiction and controversy because it touches people on a very primal level. Where we all mostly the same, right? It goes way beyond the differences and goes right into what it's like to be human and the shared human experience that we have. Yeah. So I hope this story inspires you to kick yourself in the butt and go do something. Yeah,
and come to the Thrive group and hang out with Valentina.
I will reopen the Thrive group here shortly, so stay in touch with me. If you want to write your email or something in the comments or message me, then I will include you in my correspondence so you will know when the group reopens so we can get other cool things going.
Yeah.
All right. With that, I say goodbye and thank you, Nicola, for sharing your story and
for being a great inspiration.
It's fun to watch how you're evolving. It's like she started out as this timid girl and just kind of like yeah. Now she's like like she's everywhere.
I'm like Lulu.
She's definitely opened up. All right. Well, thank you everybody for watching. Bye.